Hello everyone, welcome back. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm doing a book review today of Pawn by Matt Shaw. This book was published in 2014 to the best of my knowledge, and it could be described as a slasher novel or a horror novel or maybe even a revenge novel. I bought it for a very cheap price, 99 pence, which is very reasonable indeed. The main plot of the story is about a woman who embarks on a porn career in the porn industry, and she gets tricked into starring in a kind of violent snuff movie. Yeah, a snuff movie. And then she escapes, and then she seeks revenge on these porn directors and the porn actor who was in it. That's the main plot. I quite like the book cover. The book cover's well designed, and it's covered in these warnings. So I thought, right, this looks good. I wanted to get shocked. I felt like reading some shocking stuff. But I'm afraid it just didn't really do much for me. Once again, a kind of shocking horror novel let me down. What's the other one I did the other week? I did a review of Found by Todd Rigney, I think. That didn't really impress me much. I'm sorry, it just didn't do it for me, this one. I found the characters very flat. I found the dialogue to be very unconvincing and unrealistic. It lacked decent prose. The prose was very basic. The prose lacked like intense detail that I like to read. The prose lacked insight, clever insights, and the whole thing just lacked a kind of artfulness for me. And it wasn't even that shocking. This might just be me. I'm not shocked very easily. I can read most things. It takes a lot to shock me, but despite the big warnings on the cover, like shocking material, didn't really shock me that much. No, it didn't really shock me that much. The ending surprised me a little bit. I'll say that for it. I didn't see the ending coming. Wasn't really that clever, but I was a bit shocked by the ending. But I'm sorry, it didn't really do it for me. You see, there's nothing wrong with horror and books that are designed to shock. Books like American Psycho, books like Exquisite Corpse, and books like The Necrophiliac, for example. They are great books. They're horror books. They're designed to shock, you could argue. You could say they're slasher books, some of them. But they're good because they've got two things. Okay, they need two things. One, the shock factor. They need to be shocking material. But they also need good prose. You need both of those things. If you haven't got the good prose to go with it, it's just like a cheap horror novel. You need the good writing style. You need to put the effort into like these deep insights that really make you think. I don't like giving a bad review to books, especially with self-published authors. I'm not sure. I've got a feeling this Matt Shaw is a self-published author. I might be wrong, but if he is, I don't like putting his book down like this, because us self-published authors, we need to stick together and promote each other. I don't like putting people's books down, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say that I really enjoyed a book if I didn't. So I'm sorry. This didn't really blow me away. And I went on Goodreads to look at some of the reviews for this book, and I've seen a lot of 5-star reviews and 4-star reviews, But the thing that really surprised me was how many reviews the book has got. I think it had like well over 2,000 reviews on Goodreads. I just don't know how these people do it. I really don't. I know how hard it is to self-publish, and I know how hard it is to get loads and loads of reviews for your book. And I keep seeing these like mediocre books with thousands of positive reviews. I just have no idea how they manage it. Sorry to sound bitter and twisted, but I just don't. What am I going to give this book out of 10? It's not going to be a high rating, but I'm going to give it 6. I'm going to give it 6 stars out of 10. Okay. Quite high considering I don't rate it that much. I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. It deserves 6 stars, and quite obviously there are people out there who like this book. So fair play. I'll give you 6 stars. Look, if you want to read some decent horror, if you want to read some decent short stories, give The Hand That Pulls You Under a go. It's a book of short horror stories. Cheap price as well, 99 pence. I've left the link below to this one. Check that one out, and I'll be back in another couple of weeks with another book review. Until then, try to have a great day on this horrific, disease-ridden, unpredictable rock we call Earth. Goodbye.